What's up, y'all? Welcome to ElevenLabs. It's Jose, and yes, there is a new name, new location, a new year, and a new era of AI that has completely taken over my life. I haven't made a video in about 3 months, and the reason for that is because I did something called vibe coding and became completely addicted to it. If you don't know what it is, it's basically prompting AI to write code, and you can make apps, do automation, things like that. And it's a little bit of a learning curve, right? But I wanted to learn it, and I did, I started learning it. And it just took over my life, and I got completely addicted to it. I couldn't come up for air. I couldn't do anything else. It's all I wanted to do because it gave me a power that I've always wanted, right? I've always been a creative. Most of my life, I've done music. Then I came here into t-shirt design, and now I got something new that allows me to create this digital canvas called code, something that you used to have to, learn for 10 years to do, be good at it. And now we could do it without having to learn everything. You still got to learn, of course, but this gave me powers that I never knew I would have. And so it became my new addiction and just completely took over my life. But then about a week ago, something called ClawdBot, or now OpenClaw, comes out. And this turned my life upside down again, right? This is incredible stuff. And I'm took the 3 months of vibe coding stuff that I learned, and then I started messing with ClawdBot. Now with ClawdBot, I was able to accomplish things that I wasn't able to do with vibe coding alone. So the world, my world, has just gone through some very crazy, life-changing changes where I'll say this, from one entrepreneur to another, if you're an entrepreneur, you need to stop everything you're doing and learn ClawdBot right now. Whatever you got going on in your life, ClawdBot will make you do it better, right? So it's not like stop what you're doing and learn something else. No, learn ClawdBot so you could get better at what you're doing. That's the kind of time it's on. And that's been my experience with it. To prove that to you, I'm going to show you today that I solved the problem. I've been in print on demand 9 years, and I just solved the problem that I've had for 9 years in 1 week with ClawdBot. I would say that's very significant. And I'm going to show that to you here. So what you're about to see, what ClawdBot is, it's an AI that you control, an AI that you raise. It's not some AI that you got from a company. OpenClaw is an open source project. It was made by developers, not a corporation, and it's free for the world to use. Not free to run because you need to put a brain on it, which you got to pay ChatGPT or whatever you want. What you're about to see is a baby AI that hasn't even learned how to walk yet. So this is going to be the clunkiest version of what you're about to see. By the end of this year, I predict it. You're going to be calling on the phone your bot at home and saying, yo, I just seen some kids. It looks like it's a new trend called 789. Research it, make some designs, upload it, but put it on draft and let me know so I can see, so I can submit it before I approve it. Then a few minutes later, you get a ring and it shows you on the phone the listings already made, ready for your approval. If you don't think I'm telling the truth, the technology is here now. This is what ClawdBot does. And so what you're going to see is the fact that I've only had so much time to work with it. When I got more time to work with it, my whole life is going to be solved and purely automated. This is the future. I'm glad it's here. I could show you better than I could tell you. Let's go in. All right, so true automation, in my opinion, is I don't have to think, right? You just want to press a button and let AI make every decision for you. That's true automation. All right, now I say that because what I got here is 4 different images, right? Because sometimes I might make an image in Photoshop. It doesn't need background removed or anything, but I still want to know that no matter what I do, automation will take care of the rest for me. So the first image is 4500 by 5400. You don't got to remove, nothing has to happen to this. It doesn't need any kind of editing. It's ready to go, but it needs a listing. AI is going to figure that out, right? The second image is 3600 by 3600. We already know that doesn't need to be upscaled. It's already upscaled enough. It just needs to be repositioned, and then it needs a listing. AI is going to figure that out, right? Then we got the classic AI where it's 1000 pixel image. It needs to have the background removed. It needs to be upscaled. It needs all of that, all right? So I wanted you to know that these are 4 images. Like you can see here, let me see. Right there, 928 by 1232. And you can see that these 100% are 1000 pixel images. Now, just so you know, what I decided to use for this case, and you can use any website you want. So the first site I use is Pixel Cut, and this is going to be used for background removal and upscaling. Then we got ReadyPixl, right? Now I told you I was doing vibe coding. This is one of the websites that I was able to vibe code and then work alongside with a developer. But I had a vision in my mind and I was be able to create this. This is basically a website that you could take all the edits you do, resize, trim, reposition, clip and mask, distress, all these things you can do to images repetitively in bulk. You'll be able to build a pipeline, throw your image in there, and a click of a button, it'll process all your images with all the different effects in one click of a button. So I'll make a video for that, but I'm very proud of it. Today, we're just going to use it for repositioning and trimming the excess. This is the website it's going to use to get us to 4,500 by 5,400. And then obviously we got our upload page for Merch by Amazon, and this is going to be where we do the uploading. All right, so I have these already open. It's basically a system that's continuous. So anytime I add an image, it'll do the automation. All right, now we're going to see if this works. With no further ado, drag and drop these images and it's going to start. This is a folder on the computer that the minute it sees something in the folder, it goes. So moment of truth, let's do it. Drag and drop images right here, and then I'm gonna show no hands. All right, so I drag and drop the images and it already showed us that one of the images only needs a listing, right? It doesn't need anything. So now it's doing the AI analysis to give it keywords. And if you know me, you know I love my keywords. It's actually, I'll prove this to you. It's going to Amazon and it's checking every keyword and validating it in that auto suggest list. So it's making sure that the word shows up in auto suggest next to the word shirt or t-shirt or t/shirt. And then if it does, then it will use that keyword. And I'll prove that to you in the end. So it keyworded it. It decided it was good for all the colors. And now it's going to upload it and go through everything. Now, if you've done automation before, you've seen this before. So there's nothing different here. So you know why I think anyone can be able to do this and why you can use any website. So what happened here is basically me and my AI are talking together while he's on this page. And I'm like, can you see the page? He's like, yeah, I can see the page. I'm like, all right, can you see this button? He's like, yeah, I see a button that says this. You want me to press it? I say, press it. And when it presses it and it works, I say, yo, log it in. This is what that button is. This is what it does. This is why we're using it. And this is the whole purpose of it. And it says, oh, okay, now I know. And it records the location. And then I say, you see these colors? Click on them. And once I see that it can click on them, I'm saying, now remember where those are. This is what that does, right? And we literally go through every product and everything on the page. And every time it learns, it writes it in what's called a skill file. And the more you can teach it anything on any website, and you go one by one through it. So I had to it took me a couple hours to go through the whole page, a few hours, and make sure he understood what every field meant. So this is the work part. This is the part that you have to work and teach it, right? And it's going to say, okay, now I got it all mapped out to the point, but not just know where buttons are, but understand why I care about this. Okay, so this picks colors, and this is important to me because not every design needs to go on all the colors. And this is connected to when we analyze the image for what colors go good with it. And it says, okay, now I understand. So it's not just a script who's blind and just pressing buttons. It's an AI that is writing the script, but understands what the purpose behind everything is. And this is what changes the whole process. And you can do this on any website in the world. And once it knows it, you can tell it to do anything. Hey, go on there, only use these colors, blah, 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 blah. And it'll do exactly that because it understands, right? So this is way different than just regular automation that we've seen for years. And if something were to break on here, what it would do is the AI would take over, which is slower when it has to look at things itself. The AI is still slow when it has to see the page because it's taking screenshots of figuring things out. But if something were to break on, let's say Amazon changed something, it broke, the AI would take over and it would say, all right, something changed. Let me finish the process and then let me see what changes were made. Whatever is different on the page than what I'm supposed to be seeing, we're going to log that. Find the new that was new. Okay, it changed. So that one changed real quick. It finished that one. Now it's going to do one of the ones that needs background removed, right? So we notice this still has a background on it and the background got to be removed. So it's taken off the background and now it's going to upscale it. By the way, if this was a 2000 pixels, it would know to only upscale 2x because it knows you just got to be above 3000. So, and you don't want to go too high. I don't want to do 8,000. So this one's going to go 4x because that's exactly what it needs. So it's intelligently making these decisions when you first drop it in, right? And now obviously it's gonna so it has to reposition it now in ReadyPixl, right? To make it 4500 by 5400. Now, so it's got to download it and re-upload it to the next site, right? So it's a folder on the computer because it can control folders. It knows exactly where the file went, and it knows exactly what file it's going to upload into here, right? And there you go. And it just trimmed it to get rid of the excess, and now it's repositioning it and adding some padding to it. That's my preference. I like to put padding so it's not all the way to the end. And they just did it. Now it's going to download the file, and it's going to go ahead and give that a listing next, right? So AI, this is all scripted, but some decisions are AI. So now look, now AI takes over, and now AI is going to analyze the image. And it's going to say, we're going to go into Amazon. We're going to give it keywords, but we're going to make sure the keywords are on Amazon's auto suggest list. That's why it takes a couple extra seconds to analyze the image and write the listing. And now it's ready to go. You see it already. I'm going to show you at the end the keywords that it's picking and prove to you that they're on auto suggest. And now, obviously, this is going to be the next one that uploads, right? So this whole process, once you do it once, the first time you do it, it's going to be tedious. You're going to think like it's frustrating, right? Because the AI doesn't really understand much. But once you do it once and you learn how to talk to your AI, that's where, so it's not just you raising your AI, it's your AI. You're teaching you how to interact with it. How do you say the things you got to say? Because if you just talk regular, it can miss and not understand everything. So you start to learn how to talk to it. And then you realize that this thing can do anything, right? And we're going to get into it. Like it can get its own voice. It can make its own face. There's something called ElevenLabs you might have heard of that does audio, AI audio. So if you got an ElevenLabs account, you give it the API, it can then use ElevenLabs and generate a voice for itself. Then you could put it on a phone and it can say, this is your phone. And it can use that phone to call you or text you whenever it needs to talk to you. And this is just an extra step. Like if you want it to do its own thing in the future, having its own phone can be a very powerful thing, right? And the way this thing talks is so crazy. It's not like regular ChatGPT. Like, I don't think you could see this, but it spoke to me on my WhatsApp, right? Now, first night I had it, I don't know if you could see it, but it's telling me at the very end, like, yo, I'm gonna build this app while you sleep. I kept asking questions. He's like, yo, don't worry, I got this. Seriously, go to bed, bro. I'll take it. I'll hold it down. That's what it said. That's how it types. It tries to analyze you and talk the way you talk. And it told me to go to bed. My AI said, go to sleep. I got this. Don't worry. Right? This is not ChatGPT experience. This is something that lives with you. At nighttime, it wakes up. What's up? What do you need? Right? I finished the stuff. In the morning, I got it doing reports and things like that. You know, it can do anything you want. Right now, I haven't refined it, but I got it doing a trends report. So every morning, it did give me a couple ideas. It can search social media every day and report every day with trends. It might not always be something you could use, but it will come every morning with trends. And it can say, you can have it check anything, everything. You can have it check 100 websites before you wake up in the morning. And while you're having your coffee, it'll give you a report on what is trending. Check TikTok, check whatever you want. So every time you do something, like every time that you wake up, you could have something new to start your day and say, let me check these new trends going on, right? And then you could do that one, and it'll know what to do, and it'll just go out and do it. And the cool thing about this system too is that what I like about this uploader is that you can set it to do anything, right? So right now, you can set it to say, I could throw 1,000 images in the folder and say, these are the 1,000 images. Like, whatever your daily upload is, you could do the whole year's worth of uploads and finish it all in a month. Just throw everything in the folder, and this will know you only have a certain amount of uploads a day. So it will look at your upload count, and it will say, oh, we got to still upload more. And it will know not to upload more in a certain day. So you could tell it, hey, spread it out through the day. So if there's only 5 uploads, start at 6 in the morning, stop at 10 at night. It'll spread those 5 uploads throughout the day. Then this way it gives you room in case a trend pops up. Let's say a trend pops up, and that trend then is something you got to put, upload, and your upload slots aren't used for the day. If you catch it early enough, you can then tell it, hey, this one is a trend. And it will already know the minute you use the word trend, it will prioritize that image and put the other images to the side, right? Because it doesn't have a set of images that need to be uploaded that day. It's just going to grab one. So once you put trend, it'll now prioritize those images. And let's say you got some Valentine's Day designs, Valentine's Day just ended, but you had an idea for the next year. You can work on that idea now and say, throw this at the bottom of the queue, just make sure it's uploaded by October at the latest. This can remember all of that, right? It can have an upload schedule for certain certain niches, summertime. So you can create all your ideas that are evergreen and just put them in here and tell it when it's supposed to upload everything. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal what this is doing. Like, this is 100% going to be able to run your business. And then what we're going to do next, obviously, show it how to generate the images, right? And I'm going to give it, we're going to see how it does by showing it what top sellers look like. Maybe it'll be able to give an idea of how to prompt and things like that. So that's what's happening next, right? We're going to go even earlier to image generation. Right now, I just had to see this was real to believe it. Like, I remember doing this by myself, one by one. Like, we put in a lot of work in print on demand. Like, people don't know when you succeed in print on demand, they don't see the hard work that you got to put behind it. Nobody sees that. It's all fun and yay, it's fun. You making money. Like, no, you putting a lot of work, a lot of hours behind that computer. And that's over. It's over. By the end of this year, none of us are going to be doing these repetitive tasks. Like, so just to be clear, in case you're wondering, this is only for me right now, right? In order to turn this into a product that you would sell to somebody, it's doable, but it's more work, right? When you make apps and you vibe code, there's something you should know. Making something for yourself, easy. You don't need to run tests. It's just like, it can break, but it can be fixed. When something is just for you and just has to work on your computer, the AI can do a phenomenal job. Whatever you want it to build, it'll build it. But the minute you say, I want to sell this and have it work on everyone's computer, you got about 90% more work to do now. You got more expensive work to do. You need a real developer to make sure the code is stable. It's a very different world when you're going to actually release something for commercial gain. So I want to be clear about that. This isn't necessarily about making apps to make money, because a lot of people be like, well, is it making you money yet? Like, dude, it's saving my life. It's going to save me money. My flying upload subscription, I'm not going to renew. Right? I love flying upload. Don't need it no more. Right? So this is already making me money in the sense that I'm not going to have to spend money on so many things because I'm going to provide my own solutions. Right? So that's where this is going. And that's what makes me so excited. And I think in print on demand, we got to open our minds. It's not just about the t-shirts we selling anymore. It's about the technology that's going to drive us to automate our whole business, because that's where it's headed. It's not going to be long before everyone can do this. And the AIs are getting better. So I think that it may even be summertime by the time you're able to do all of this. Anybody watching will be able to do this. Maybe. But I know that by the end of the year, at the very latest at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? So I think people need to get excited, because this is going to be the year that changed everything. So it's important to get ahead of it. So look at this one. It was 3,600 by 3,600. It knew it already, and it's positioning this one. It didn't upscale. It didn't background remove. It already knew what to do with it, right? And that's what I love about this thing. It knows what to do. You just drag and drop and forget it. Set it and forget it, and it just does everything for you, right? And we're going to go over the keywords and everything that it shows. I haven't done videos because this is what I've been doing. So what I'm going to do different now, honestly, is like everything that's interested, that's what I'm going to put on this channel. If there's something that may not be print on demand, but it's something I'm interested in, I'm going to make a video, and that way you'll get videos from me all the time. Because what happened was I was like, oh, this is a print on demand channel. They're not going to care about this. But truth is, this is print on demand now. AI is print on demand business. Right? So if you're serious about your business, you have to be serious about all the AI technology, regardless of whether it's going to help you make a t-shirt. Your whole life needs to be, run by the latest technology, not just the t-shirts you sell. So that's the difference now. Is I'm going to be doing all videos all the time. You're going to see a million videos. If it ain't something you like, it just ain't. But this is going to be the stuff that's just took over my life, and I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm going to show you a lot of apps that I'm working on. It's just been a phenomenal 3 months, and it's going to be a crazy year. This is going to be one of the most interesting years of our lives, I believe, when we see the things that are being built, right? And I listen to all the smart people on YouTube, and they're saying it's about to get crazy. You know, a lot. We're going to be making our own apps from now on. That's a fact, right? The idea, like in the future, you're not gonna Netflix isn't going to be Netflix. It's just going to be an API that you use and you watch it on whatever app you generated for yourself with the features that you want. This is where this is headed. You're basically everything that you do right now and all the apps that you use, you're going to have your own version of it if there's a better way to do things. You're not no longer are is going to be acceptable for a company to charge you top dollar and not meet all your needs, right? Because someone's going to be like, okay, we're just going to build something for ourselves then. So these companies now have to be very careful because the minute they keep doing this thing where they love taking your money, but they don't love doing anything that you ask for, uh, they're going to lose and they're going to turn into an API. And then you're going to make your own app and then you're just going to pay for APIs. I think that's going to be the future. And because if you're not into this at all, like if you think I can't do this, this is beyond me, I hear you, but I think you really got to think about it's not as impossible as you think. I remember I was intimidated by that, the command line interface with vibe coding. Like, what is this? What do I type in here, right? And it can be intimidating. It could be overwhelming. But I decided that because I feel like I've been doing this, and I feel like I can do this. I can explain this to people better than the ones who've been doing it for a long time can, because I just learned all of this. So I know how to explain it to you in a way that you're going to understand, right? And that's what I think the difference is between going to one of the gurus who knows everything and with me, I'm going to explain things to you in a way that's like, and I'm going to show you right here, look, all of them are done. So you see, and these are figure outable. So just so you see right here, you see these blue ones, those are all verified, right? So I got rock music, guitar player, and goose, right? So obviously if I go to Amazon, I hit rock music shirt right there, right? It's clearly rock music is a shirt. And of course, guitar player, and there's guitar player shirt. Or if I put T, there's T-shirt, right? So it's just making sure that it's all in there. That's all it's doing. And to me, I'm a keyword guy, so it's very important. It says here 17 out of 18 keywords were validated, right? So the keywords that it's using are not just random keywords. All right, I had to do an edit real quick because I forgot to show you something, right? Like, let's say you're out at the store or something, and even on vacation, and you know that your bot is at home. You go on Midjourney or ChatGPT, you create an image, and you think it's perfect to upload to Amazon, right? So I'm gonna show you right here. You see this? I don't know if you can see it. Basically, I'm gonna now save this to my Dropbox folder. All right. So I'm gonna save this to my Dropbox folder on here, and let's see what happens. Boom. So right here, you see, I'm gonna now add this to my Dropbox folder, and let's see what happens. 5. Boom. And look at that. Now it's going to take something while I was out and about at the store. You could be in a different country. And if you have an idea, you just generate the image and then submit it to your Dropbox, and you can guarantee it will then get uploaded to Amazon. You already see it's going to go through the whole process. It's going to give it a listing, and it's going to do all of that. Right? So now, last thing I got to do is train the AI to look at what holiday it could work for, and this will end up having Valentine's Day things in it, right? And that's it. So I could go on all day talking, but this is what I think, y'all, that this is about preparation. We don't know what's going to happen in the next few years, but if you don't learn this, it's like you're unprepared, right? In the 50s and 60s, they used to put bunkers on the ground. I think Mark Zuckerberg got a bunker on his house, right? People were prepared for the worst possible outcome. So the only sad part about this is people are going to lose their jobs. And the people who learn how to drive AI are going to have more opportunity in the future than people who don't. So this isn't to scare you, but it's to say you should be prepared. If you're interested in this, I opened up a community, UpscaleLabs.com. And there's no courses in there. It's just a place to talk. But what happens is if I see enough people that are interested in this, I'll make videos in the community to show you, to explain the things to you that I learned to get past that intimidation stage. right? Where you feel like it's overwhelming. I think I could get you past that. Explain things to you in a way you can understand. It's not as bad as you think. You can learn this. And in 3 months, I learned so much. Just think in 3 months from now, if you start today, you can know enough to do what I just showed you. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love to make apps and sell them to those who feel like they never want to do this. We'll make apps, we'll make them affordable, and we'll sell them. But think about doing this yourself, is what I'm saying. I would love for other people to learn how to do what I just did here. I just solved the problem. I canceled the subscription. Like, if you're like me and you know that this is the future and you feel like this is the most important thing in the world to learn right now, come on down to ElevenLabs. Let's just talk. I'm gonna be in there doing live streams, vibe coding, showing stuff that I've been working on, and just keep it alive, man. I'm gonna be present, right? It's not a group where I'm not gonna be around. I'm gonna be in there, and hopefully I see other people in there, and hopefully we talk about things we can do. Let's be the ones to move print on demand to the next level, because we have the power now. We have the power now, and we better use it. We better use it. All right. There's plenty of times in history where the world changed. This is one of them. Let's do it. UpscaleLabs.com. Come in the community. If you got any value out of this, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the free giveaway. All right, so for today's free giveaway, we got the dancing bunnies. Some a little early for Easter. These are pretty cool. I mean, I use stuff like this all the time. It's just my thing. I like kind of wild, quirky stuff. You could probably add text to these. These are definitely, upscaled, background removed. If you've ever gotten free giveaways before, you know that these are always going to be high quality. And I think there's a lot of good uses for these. With Easter coming up, I would definitely try to do some fun Easter designs or whatever. It's the dancing bunnies. That's it. They're, the hip hop stuff that comes out all the time. I think these will do real good for. And just so you know, the free giveaways are no longer going to be by email. They're now on a website where you get to go through everything that we've had before. So now you don't just get, the latest uploads and the link. You now have access. This is all the old stuff that we've uploaded before. So every time I gave a free giveaway and gave away links, now everything's gonna be in one place. I vibe coded this, by the way. I vibe coded an app that gives you a Dropbox access to everything that I make. So now you're gonna have full access to everything. You know what I mean? This is everything that's been in the past plus. And every time I add more images, you'll be able to see them here. So in order to get this, there's no more email list. All right. To get this, you got to go to UpscaleLabs.com. All right, now this is all pop coded. I'm working on it. It's not perfect. Just hit join for free. You could just use your Google. You go into the community, and then you'll see right here, there's a thing that says iScale Images. So if you click on iScale Images, it says iScale Images for access here. And then you say click here for free images. And that's how you access. The login is now the way to access. You have to be logged in to access it. There will be, I'm gonna send out a last email to inform people, but from now on, when there's a free giveaway, you go into the community and get all the whole collection pretty much. And if you wanna join the space, then you can get a notification every time I update it with new images. So that is gonna be the new format. Still gonna do the free giveaways. It's just gonna live in a different place, all right? So if you got any value out of this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.